Greetings. Welcome to another spiritual awakening with Oladile Dosimo. And
Candidate Simone.
yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these, but yeah, we thought, you know what, it's about time we come back. And as we always have conversations, because we're always talking, the topic that came to mind um, for this session was the fact that me and my wife discussed the fact that we stopped being present. We stopped being present in whatever we do. We seem to have gotten distracted in terms of what we're trying to chase to achieve relevance and stuff like that. So we stop being present. So things that we used to take for granted in the past, we
Mm.
basically lost. Okay, when we're talking about candidates, I'm going to ask you. When we're talking about being present, what do you think? What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I think maybe the reason why I said the word being present is
Mhm.
sometimes I kind of struggle with that as well. So, and I'm sure others would would have done the same. Like maybe you're in a particular space, you're with someone, and all of a sudden your mind just wander around or wander off without you. I don't know. It doesn't mean you want to, but because of the present pressure that we all find ourselves, the mind just wander off, and you think about stuff that you shouldn't be thinking about. You're not present with the person you're with, so you go off and thinking about stuff. How are you going to pay your bills? What's going to happen tomorrow? You worry about everything. You worry about your job. You worry about how you can meet up with your bills. You worry about schools if it's kids. You worry about everything. And unfortunately, I just believe that the system has kind of created this type of oh, uh, mindset that people are not present. Like I said, they're not. Like I said, you're conscious of it, but again, you're not conscious of it
So when you're
because
talking about when you're talking about being present, what does that being present? What does it mean?
me being present is you where you are at the moment. You're present. You're there. You're okay. Like you and I, maybe we can be sitting down and just chatting and talking. Before you know it, even though we can be communicating, but most of the time you're not really communicating. You're communicating maybe with something that you feel that, oh yeah, it sounds good to the ears, but at the end of the day, you know that you feel that communication is not really
Okay.
a deep communication.
So
It's something on the
is that
surface
what you classify as being present?
as being present.
Okay.
Yeah. That so and I like I said, the reason why I said that is I've actually have that struggle as well. And I've seen people actually they've demonstrated that, and you ask them, why are you still here? And
Mm.
sometimes they say, oh sorry, I'm just, my mind just wander off. And I think part of it, like I said, is you're just more or less you're worried about so many things. And we're not genuine anymore. People are not really being authentic in the way they interact, in the way they do things, even our work as well. Of course, God help us, of course you have to be present when you're doing your job. But I just noticed people in general find it difficult to be present because of so many things that's going on in their lives. So they're worried about stuff. We're stressed. People are stressed in so many ways that,
So that's what you think is the being present means.
to me,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that it stops you from being present because you're worried about your mind wander off.
basically, what you're saying is because of the system that we trying to be relevant in,
Yeah.
it basically stops you from being focused on particular things, but to be focused on other things, things that are gonna keep you going in the system.
Yes.
Okay, so
And one of the things I said was part of it is, okay, you're worried about that you have to pay your bills. You have
that's okay.
to.
Okay, let's look backwards. So, what does presence mean in terms of before the matrix, before capitalism? So, what would you say presence
I thought
means?
presence to me means maybe to be mindful. Mindful, is it mindfulness, or to to know that you are in a space that you're there 100%.
Okay.
So you're giving it your all. And I noticed that most of the times we don't give it our all. And the reason being is because there's so much going on around the world. There's so much stuff that we as a human being have to deal with. I mean, the very moment you wake up, you have so many things in your mind.
So basically, what you're
that
saying
you
is,
have to
yeah, we
deal
have
with.
so many distractions.
So many distractions you have. Of course, your job that you have to think of, the bills that you have to pay, the people that you have to kind of please, the ones that you have to, be.
So okay, let me interject. So in terms of, okay, what about if I say spiritual presence? What does that mean?
I don't even think people know what spiritual presence is, because when you define the word spiritual, most of us don't even understand what being a spiritual being is, because we classify spiritual as like a religion thing. It has to
Yeah,
be.
but
you know,
knowing where you are, you knowing it's not religion.
Yeah.
What would you classify as?
I mean, a spirit. You mean spiritual presence?
Yeah. If I could say the word presence, if I could link it to spirituality, yeah.
Okay. Being spirit filled or being a spiritual being that's what you are anyway.
Yeah.
And when you're spiritually present, I believe that is your real self. That is your real you. But it's hard sometimes to be spiritually present when, unfortunately, like I said, your mind, or you have this what's it called, so much uh, stuff that you have to deal with on a daily basis. So most of us are not even spiritually present.
So basically, what you're saying is that because of the system and the world we live in, and trying to be relevant in the system, so it's basically taking us away from our
spiritual connection. Yes.
So whatever we're doing is just basically to fulfill
what the outside would expect of us,
to fulfill, to be relevant in the system, to be able to survive in the system.
Yeah, and to sustain that system, to survive. It's like a survival thing, which unfortunately most of us, I don't know, but maybe some people might disagree with me, but because it's embedded, it's something that is become second nature. So you don't.
So that means that's what we think. That's what we've become.
That's what we become, but we don't know that that's what we become. We think it's part of who we are. It's like when someone will tell you that stress is okay. You just have to manage it. So that word stress means that it's okay to be stressful, because that's way of life. I mean, that's part of. So you've been told that something is normal, is the norm. So you accepted it. So you're thinking, okay, to be stressed, that's fine. I'm stressed. It's okay. So that's the way of life. So I have to just manage it. So everything that we're given, or everything we're told to internalize, even though it's not good for us, but we make it normal. We make it that's the way of life. That's just the way it is. So you have to survive in this so-called, system that you find yourself. So if you're stressed, you just have to manage it. If this is happening to you, it's okay, because that's the way of life. That's how it, that's how it is. So just I don't know, overcome it by maybe doing a few things that someone will tell you you need counseling. When it comes to, maybe the stress is too much, maybe you need counseling, or you need maybe all the stuff that you have to do. Go on holiday, because you still have to spend your money to do that. So these are the things that we were told, that is part of us. Is something that is normal. You just have to manage it. So my present, like I told you, is I was thinking of myself that sometimes I would sit there, we will be talking, and my mind would just wander off, and I'm thinking, okay, and other people have actually mentioned that, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's something that we just need to maybe highlight and talk about. So what is present, in your own opinion, when being present, what does that mean to you, though, if you?
Presence for me means aligning and doing what you on this earth to do.
Okay.
That's what presence means for me.
Okay.
So if you are doing something and it's basically something that's it's something that you're meant to do,
okay,
then you'll be present in doing that thing. So you won't be able to move away from doing that thing, because basically you'll be present in doing that thing all the time.
Okay.
But based on what you're saying, because of the world we live in today, a lot of people have lost focus in terms of most people don't even know what they're meant to do anymore, because our relevance is now tied to the system that we follow. So being present has become impossible.
It's hard.
It's hard to be present because all our aspirations are basically steeped into the system, the metric system that we're all following. Because obviously, your education, everything's tied to it. So for you to be present, for me, I feel like it's difficult to be present unless you've got to that stage in your life where your focus, you've basically broken away from the system, understand the system, and then trying to find yourself in the system, then you can be present.
Okay.
And I think that's the stage where me and you are. That we see the system for what it is.
Okay.
We understand it, and we take what we can to survive in the system, but also align ourselves in terms of what we're meant to do. Why, basically, what's the giftings that we have to make it work for us. And then I think if you do that, then there's presence in what you do. You're aware of what you do.
Okay. So what you're saying, I think I pick up a few points, is that being present allow you to be your true self, to be authentic, to be genuine.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if you're not present, it's hard for you to be truly honest. Even with the people, even maybe not with yours, of course, with yourself, but with people around you. Because then you really are being present, means you are authentic, you are genuine, you are doing what you're supposed to do, like you said.
And I think that presence also is not tied to the system that we all embrace, because that system is created for us to fit into. So your authentic present, being authentic and being present, is not in the system. You can be the best in the system and trying to make the best of it, but that's not the spiritual presence.
That's not your true self.
It's not your true self, because obviously, as you practice and do something over and over again, you become an expert in what you're doing. So you become good at it. But it doesn't mean that you're present there. You're present in terms of physically doing that thing, but spiritually, you're not connected.
Yes, that is absolutely true, because I believe that your presence, like I said, makes you feel that you are putting in your all.
Yeah, but people can put in the all in their jobs.
I mean, you're all in, from within.
Yeah, people do that. Within the jobs, people still do that.
Some people,
people still do it. People are dedicated to their jobs, and they will give it all because that's all they know.
But then sometimes you can say maybe they're doing that because unfortunately you have to perform.
Yeah.
It's a performance.
Yeah.
Because I notice so many at times, when you go to work, you put your best, foot, in, you put everything in. Then when you get home, you feel like
you feel tired.
Or it's as if you've used all your energy.
Yeah.
Because it's as if you're forcing yourself to put too much in.
So that means what you're trying to say there is you're basically putting your best effort in to maintain being there.
Yeah.
In that physical presence.
Yeah.
That it exhausts you in the end.
Yes, because really, I believe that sometimes, and this is why I'm saying that, sometimes when you're at home, you let loose yourself. You don't pretend. So I think that's why I noticed that, okay, maybe when you get angry with your kids, you just let them know. Or maybe you get angry with your spouse, you let them know. You don't pretend. And those are the people that truly know you. But even at work, because you might even get angry, you might get frustrated, you might get irritated, but you don't want to show it because, of course, you're at work. You have to put up this performance. Yeah. So sometimes it's even draining.
So basically, and then we call that.
So that's not really your true self. Even though you said you put in it your all, that's not really your truth.
We call it emotional intelligence.
Okay. Is that what?
Yeah, that's what we call it in the corporate world, emotional intelligence. So you have to be emotionally intelligent in basically how you react.
To certain things. You have to control yourself, even though inside of you're boiling.
You want to punch somebody.
Yes. No, but that's true. But because you have to control that emotions, you have to kind of say, okay, I can't let loose here. So I believe that sometimes it's draining. I find it quite draining. just performing.
So
performing.
that basically means if you're pushing on the performance,
Yeah.
So you can't be there. You can't be present.
You are, but but the present is not really genuine. That's what I'm trying to say. Then
that makes sense. Yeah.
Because your present there is there, but you're performing.
Yeah,
it's not really your true self. That's why you see some people at home. They say, "Oh, you're different from when you are working." But it's because their true self is at home, because you let loose. You're tired, you're exhausted, and you just that's just you.
So basically, that means what you're saying is, okay, in terms of presence, okay, if you're looking at it from the home's point, the way you deal with your kids, okay, you are your authentic self. You don't hold back.
You don't hold back.
So they get to know you.
Yes.
That means you're present.
Yeah. So when they know you, like I said, because like I said, your husband and your wife, or your wife will know that this is the real you.
Yeah.
So you're not performing. So if you're angry, you're angry. But like I said, the outside world, when they see that kind of behavior, they get confused, because they said because when you're out there, you don't do that.
Okay, let me ask then. So can you really be present in terms of at work or in the corporate world? Can you actually be present?
No, it's impossible.
What did you say there?
Because unfortunately, the system, everything, we were told not to be our true self. We were taught, even through the system, through religion, through culture, through everything that is around us. You don't have this free. They said the word free will, or maybe like you're living your true self. It's not there. I don't think it will ever happen.
Wow.
I don't think human being will ever be you. It will be hard for us to see who someone truly is.
So basically, that means in this system,
outside,
in this system, being at work, whatever. So basically, it can't be your true self. So you have to keep putting on a performance.
I mean,
so that means being present there in terms of who you are authentically is not going to manifest.
No, it won't, because you can't, because there's a particular rules as well you have to follow to. And unfortunately, because you're around people, you still have to accommodate other people's way of life, emotions, or whatever. You have to accommodate whatever they're going through. So you have to internalize that and see how you can actually manage the situation. So I mean, sometimes you told me when you used to work for, Nando's as well, that there are times you face these customers and you want to react a certain way, but you can't.
Well, you can't.
Because you have to follow the rules, and you don't want them to be calling you this crazy manager because you have to kind of manage it. But
obviously you have to manage the situation anyway. Obviously you can't escalate it. You gotta make sure the customers listen to and all that kind of stuff. Even though sometimes the customer is completely wrong, you want to punch him.
That's it.
But you can't do that.
So what does that say? That's nothing 100%.
But you know what? I got to a point as I got older where I dealt with customers, obviously in a kind of good way, polite way, but also assertive in terms of how I dealt with them. So they kind of knew that they can't cross a particular line.
Yeah.
Because obviously the way you come across and they see your countenance.
Yeah, as well.
And how you come across, some of them
we'll kind of back off behavior.
But that comes with experience.
And even with the experience, like I said, there's no way you're still going to react the way
you want to react. You obviously
you still have to have,
and that's where the emotional intelligence comes in.
Then you have to look around. So how do I?
Yeah, because you're an example to the staff, and you can't be misbehaving because they think, he did that yesterday, so you can't do that.
So either we like it or not, every one of us is performing.
Wow.
We're not truly, and I don't think it will ever happen that you go out there and say, I want to actually, you have to see my true self. Because sometimes your true self, you don't want to talk to anyone. You just want to sit down. I feel like work sometimes. I don't want to, But unfortunately, I have to just put on the performance so that people go, what is wrong with you? Because if you're too quiet, people say, what is wrong with you? If you're too
overexcited,
then you will think something is wrong as well. So you have to kind of balance and kind of control your, yourself. So the present, like I said, I'm talking about is more or less that we're humans that cannot. I don't think we could actually reach that moment of being present. The only time you can be present is maybe when you're by yourself. or when you buy the person that you know kind of understands you, that would be easy for you to be present.
Mm.
So you're not performing, you're not trying to please anyone, or you're not trying to impress anyone. So, and that is why I think someone said it's okay to actually remove yourselves. Just go somewhere, maybe go to a park, or just sit down by yourself, be present.
You know
Because
what?
then,
You know what you're saying there, and this is basically something that me and Kenny talk about all the time. Is being present also means being in nature,
as well, yeah.
because you cannot be present in a built-up jungle, concrete, in the
Mm,
cities that you're at, with all the noise and everything around
yeah.
you. And this is what we've built. That people think, oh yeah, this is normal, but it's not normal
Mm, mm,
when you have to rush to work, rush home, traffic in the bus, taking so many hours to get from A to B and to get to work every morning, rushing your kids to school, doing all these things. There's
mm.
no way you can be present because
No.
basically you're being
Mm-mm.
distracted all the time.
It's yeah, distractions everywhere, everywhere.
So, and the system does not help in basically what we're talking about. The system has not helped us. This is basically what the Western civilization has basically done to us, from taking us from who we're meant to be and
Mm,
how we're supposed to live to this
yes.
performative kind of system
Yeah.
where you just gotta, perform. What's the word? Be like one of the Joneses.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mom.
Copying and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's copy.
Copying
Yeah,
people
copy.
just to
Yeah.
you know, I better pass my neighbor kind of syndrome, where this is what we're doing.
Mm,
So with this kind of system, I think it's hard to be present, because being present, you have to get away from all this, which is
yes.
impossible because
Yes.
basically that's the system that we have. They've built for us to survive in.
Yeah. Because we're busy chasing so
Yeah,
many things. We're distracted, like you said. There's so many things going on in everyone's life.
yeah.
So you have this mindset that, oh, I just want to be, be present. I want to be, I want to be this. I want to be my true self. I want to be authentic. But it's hard. It's hard to do that because you're busy. You're busy, busy, busy with so many things around you.
Okay, let me
This is
ask you. So
pulling you.
how can okay in running up? Okay, how can we then? Because like we've said, it's difficult because this is a system we have,
Hmm.
and I hate the system, and we talk about it all the time.
Hmm.
This is system we have. This is like you say. This is their reality, not mine. This is the reality.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So how do you then, knowing the system, knowing how it is, how do you find ways to make
To
yourself
balance.
present in that moment, or to balance it? Yeah.
Like I said, is very hard
Mm.
with the way of life, with how we live, with the modern way of living. Is quite difficult. And I mean, there are people that are doing it, but the only way you can be present is actually to remove yourself from the system. And very few people have done it. They're still doing
Yeah,
it
people are
very
doing it, and
aggressive.
it's difficult to do because
It's difficult
obviously
to
we
do.
need you need the funds, you need the money.
You need the funds, you need the money, and you truly need to remove because you will lose.
Yeah,
Not lose yourself, but you will lose it when it comes to your material. Yeah,
yeah,
we live in a
and
material world
everybody wants all
anyway.
these materialistic
A
things, and that's
materialistic
one of the
thing.
other things that makes you present in the matrix,
Yeah,
but present away from yourself because you're trying to have all these
all these
materialistic
material
things that I
things.
call them trinkets and mirrors
Yes.
that you show off to others that you've arrived. So
So
that basically, oh yeah,
so you have to be ready to lose.
mm,
If you're not ready to lose, then I mean the system. You just kind of adapt to
wow,
the way of life and believing that at the end of the day you chose this, even though the system is there. But like we all have choice. But the choice that we have, unfortunately, it could bring you peace, or it could bring you balance, or it could still bring you a little bit of here and there.
mm.
But when you tired of being tired, how do you how do they, how do we use that word? you're sick and tired of being,
being in the
sick and,
system. Then
I
think then you need to start finding a way to get yourself
out
of that.
And like we said, there are things that you're going to lose.
Yeah,
you're going to lose the material things, the capital, everything to do. Yeah, but it can be done. So we're not ascribing that people automatically just get up and go, because it's something that's impossible. You can, if you have families, you have kids, you have house, you have rent, you have what's it called, bills to pay. You have to maintain this lifestyle that you've you built over the years. So it's hard to walk away, but then you can still do it. There's nothing that is impossible. It's up to you to.
So once you set your mind to it,
of course,
and give yourself a time limit and work towards it, I think once you set your mind to it, you can do it.
It can be done. Absolutely.
The moment it comes into your mind and you think you can do it, and you have to believe in yourself, because our Creator has given us this ability to do anything we set our minds to, as long as we stay focused and be present in that journey. And that's the key. You need to be present in that journey.
And sorry, one final thing, I just want people to know that the system that we live in is created by man, not by God.
Not by God, yeah.
The religion, culture, whatever, everything that every one of us subscribe to here, is created by man.
It's man-made.
It's a man-made thing. So if you don't want it, you could change it.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's not going to be easy, because majority 99 will.
Yeah, everybody
human being follow the system,
everybody
follow the culture, follow the religion, follow.
Everybody follows.
Follow. We all follow. But this is, at the end of the day, it's still man-made.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that if you look at the system that we follow today, majority are following the same path. Yeah. But sadly, that path that everybody's following, there's no fulfillment in it. But we're doing it because that's what the system has created us to follow. But when you step back and look and observe and have some kind of self-reflection, then you're thinking, what the heck am I doing? Because even in the Bible says the road to the narrow road is the road to heaven, and the one that everybody goes in though is the road to hell. Even the Bible tells us that, but for some reason we don't pay attention to that. That everybody doing what everybody else is doing basically is taking you to destruction without you realizing.
Well said.
Anyway, we're gonna end on that. It's been a while. We need feedback, guys. If you resonate with what we're saying.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts? Yeah,
some of us you disagree.
You're gonna disagree. Yeah, but that's just our thoughts.
That's real life. Yeah, we just.
I know we're giving some. This is what we see as. I say we're elders, aren't we? We're elders, and after going through life over a period of time, the same things you see and you observe and you reflect. So this is our reflection.
Yeah, this is our reflection.